All right, Jeremy, thanks for spending a little time with us.
Yep.
We'll start this one off with Bill Landis from The Athletic. Bill.
Hey, Jeremy. Corey was on earlier, and he mentioned that they're trying to do some different stuff with you in the receiving game, and said that the route tree for you is expanding a little bit. I'm just wondering, what are some things maybe you're doing now in this spring that perhaps you haven't had the opportunity to do in the past as it relates to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you worded it pretty good. I think it's kind of the same stuff we've been doing. It's been in before, but I think we're kind of really focusing on it a lot more now and getting more opportunities. So I think that's the biggest thing going into this year is that we're really just trying to give us more opportunities in the passing game because I think we've proven that we can produce and help this team in any way, especially in the passing game.
All righty, next we'll go to Spencer Holbrook. Spencer.
Jeremy, when you talk about that, now that you feel more as like a complete tight end, you can block, you can catch the ball. Do you just feel more comfortable this year? I know last year you were on the field a lot, you were more comfortable, but now that you're in that leadership role and you've completed, like, I guess, the development of becoming a complete tight end, you just feel like you're really settled in?
I'm definitely a lot more confident in that aspect, but positions you never really comfortable where you're at. You know, keep developing, and there's a lot of things I could still get better at, and I'm just really trying to work on that a lot during the spring and this off season. So I mean, definitely a lot more confident, but I wouldn't say that I'm comfortable where I'm at.
All righty, next up, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch.
Hi, Jeremy. You've been a good team player throughout your career. You've been content with sharing the role with a bunch of talented players. You're the guy this year. Obviously, you'll get some help, but you're the number one guy, clearly. How much do you look forward to that? What do you think you can do this year?
I mean, I'm just going to try and, like I said, like years before, just try and do anything I can. And if this year it's putting myself in more of a bigger role, then I'm definitely excited about that and willing to do anything they ask. But we got a lot of young guys stepping up and really proving themselves and developing still. So I don't think tight end position is as much of a worry as it seems in the media, but I know that we're going to come out and do our best, and I'm just going to do everything I can to help us win.
Okay, thank you.
All righty, next we'll go to Austin Ward. Austin?
Jeremy, when you talk about, the route tree and getting more opportunities, is there a part of you as a tight end at Ohio State that has been here long enough that you have to wait to see it to believe it in the fall and not just in the spring?
I think maybe a little bit of that, but mostly it's just really putting in the time with the quarterbacks. I think that's the biggest thing is getting on the same page as them and really trying to work on our timing and the trust aspect of it. And I think just seeing what we've done in the past, me and Luke, whenever we need it, our numbers being called, we usually come through and just tell them that whenever you need us, we got you. We'll be your security blanket. Whatever you want us to do, we'll do. And I think the biggest thing going into this spring and this off season is just being there for them and really showing them that they can trust us and just work on our timing.
All righty, next up, Nathan Baird at cleveland.com.
Hey, Jeremy, can you take us inside your decision to come back for this season a little bit? What was the main factor that convinced you that you wanted or needed to come back for another year? And was any discussion of your role in the offense with the coaching staff a part of that?
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely a discussion, but I'm not one to just come back and say I'm only going to come back if this happens. I mean, it's a two-way street. So if I wanted more catches to come my way, then I need to put more work in the offseason, trying to enhance that part of my game. Early in my career, I really needed to learn how to put weight on it and block really well and get physical. And now that we're kind of there, just trying to enhance all different aspects and make the little things the bigger things. So, I mean, I knew I had more to give to this team and this university, so I definitely wanted to come back. And I think the decision to come back is only just going to help me, the team, and everybody else.
All righty, we'll do a couple more. We'll go to Joey Kaufman, Columbus Dispatch.
Yeah, Jeremy, just following up on that last question, was there an ultimate factor that kind of swayed you to come back?
I think the main factor was just that I knew I had more to give. I wanted to just give everything I had, and I feel like I didn't want to just leave on that note and explore. I had opportunities past this, but I definitely wanted to just make the most of it here and let everybody know that I got more to give to this place, and I'm going to do everything I can for this year.
Alrighty, next up, Dan Hope, 11 Warriors.
Jeremy, when you kind of think ahead to, beyond this year and, playing in the NFL in the future, what do you think are the things that you still need to improve on, can improve on this year that can ultimately help you succeed at the next level?
I think for example, just looking at Luke, how consistent he was in the blocking game, I think that's something I really want to work on. He, as you see now, all these teams talking about how no one really blocks in college at tight end, and to be that consistent as Luke was, is just I want to try and emulate that and be like that. I was really I had some really good blocks and some bad ones, so I want to just be more consistent and not be so hot and cold and keep trending upwards. So I think that's like the biggest thing I want to work on, is just trying to be the most consistent player I can be.
All right, we'll do 2 more. First one to Patrick Murphy. Patrick.
Jeremy, we know we're going to see you on the field a good amount, but how important is it to find that second tight end to play kind of that 12 personnel that I know you guys like, and who do you see kind of stepping into the role you filled last year alongside Luke?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting conversation this year. We got a bunch of guys really coming on strong and developing, with Cade and Joe and Mitch really being those guys in there. They all can do all different things very well, and just kind of versatility of our position this year is going to be shown more than ever, with different scenarios, different guys doing different jobs, and I think it's just going to put the defense a little bit more of a conflict and really put our guys in the best position to do what we do best.
All right, last question for Jeremy to Tim May. Tim.
Jeremy, it may sound weird, but is there a part of like coming off the edge as opposed to coming out of the slot that you have to like really work on a lot, from a tight end situation? I'm talking about running routes, et cetera. And is there a part of that game that you're working on this spring? If you follow my drift, being more consistent. Yeah. Go ahead.
I think one thing that I'm definitely trying to work on is making a lot of my tendencies look the same, not really trying to give away anything. And like you said, when you're attached to the line of scrimmage, you want to make them think that you're trying to block them or point someone out or something like that, something small. But it's a lot different with space and timing once you're inside or outside. You got to be a little bit quicker once you're inside to get to your space or your zone. So I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it, but I'm really just trying to work on all those things, my timing and making sure that I'm getting there the fastest I can in the most efficient way.
Thanks, man.
All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Jeremy. Really appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
All righty, and next up, we're going to be joined by Cade Stover.